introducing you all to the branches of economics. We have two main forms of branches of economics, which is the micro and the macro. The micro simply means the small, while the macro simply means the large unit of an economy. Furthermore, the micro is said to be the study of a particular unit of an economy, saying the firm, an individual, or a government parastatal. And when we say a microeconomics understudy a particular individual in terms of his or her consumption level so that he or she can derive the ultimate consumption, which can said to be referred to as consumer maximization or consumer utility. Furthermore, when we talk about firm, this is understudies the firm on how a firm can maximize its production output in terms of the isoquant and the isocost. And a government, it talks about how the government can be understood in terms of how it maximizes his or her revenue. Furthermore, when we talk about, as I've said, we talk about microeconomics, taking into consideration here in Nigeria, you can understudy firms such as Dangote Nigeria PLC, in which you can study how it maximizes its production output in order to meet up with the consumer's demand, with the market demand or consumer demand, and also to maximize its revenue. Likewise, the government, when you consider a macroeconomics, a macroeconomics is the study of the aggregate level of an economy, saying the various sectors in an economy in order to improve on the GDP, on the gross domestic product of such country. Like, for example, here in Nigeria, the government can decide to take the economy all together in order to put it into diversification level of economic growth and development, instead of concentrating into one form or one sector or one form of production in order to derive revenue for the country, which can be said to improve the level of economic growth and development in other sectors pertaining to concentrating into one sector, which can lead to monopoly. Furthermore, we have other forms of branches of economics, which is the pure economics, the applied economics, the business economics, the mathematical aspect of economics or the econometrics, and the developmental business economy. When we understudy the pure economics is said to be the formulation of laws which are used in economics. Take, for example, the Marshallian law of demand and supply, the Newton law of demand for money, the kind of demand and supply of money as well. And when we talk about the applied economics, the applied economics is said to be the application of those laws, those pure laws that have been formulated by individuals into a particular economy or into a particular firm or by an individual. Take, for example, the government of a particular nation can said to apply the Newton law of demand for money or supply of money in the economy in order to either reduce the level of money circulation or to increase it. Furthermore, and a firm or an individual can decide to apply the law of demand in which when compared to an individual might say might what might decide to what decide to know if and when to demand for a commodity, either when it is high or when it is low. Likewise, likewise producers as well. A producer can also decide to what to know when to apply the law of supply, which it favors him or her in order to what maximize his profit. And when we talk of business economics, this is how this understudies the establishment of business organizations, sales, sole proprietorship, partnership, private limited, public limited liability company, and the rest of them in a particular country or an economy. And when we talk about development economy, it can also be said to be the planning, the national planning of an economy in terms of the government of a particular economy budget planning ahead, budgeting of how it can develop its economy in order to improve its economic growth and development. Furthermore, there will be this illustration. There will be illustration on all the basis of what I've been saying ever since. But for now, thanks.